What's up, everyone? Thank you for joining me and welcome to my world. I appreciate you being here. Okay, so early this morning I woke up to Razor Ray's latest video about Miko. Now, I also made a video about Miko. I'm not even going to go into it about Miko right now. I don't even want to talk about that guy anymore. I don't want to talk about him. But what I do want to talk about, something that Razor Ray said about being careful with the people that you hook up with when you're in another country, when you meet a fellow American. Yes, I agree with that. Be careful. Be very careful. Now, especially for everybody should be careful, but the brothers who are from the inner city, you should know better. If you're from the inner city, you should be on your toes, and you should kind of have a good idea what kind of people you should be dealing with. You should know that. You should know that, because I know it. I know it right away. It doesn't take long. So you should know if you're from the inner city. And if you're a grown man, you should kind of have a good feeling of people that you need to just step off and just like go on about your business. Now, why am I saying this? Because I remember, I didn't really talk about this, but I remember talking about it a little bit in maybe one of my other videos a long time ago when I first started making videos for YouTube. And my first time in Colombia, and I was staying at this really, really nice hotel, like up in the hill, way up on the hill and stuff. And I met this white police officer from Florida, buff police officer from Florida. And so, I met him in the lobby, and he was like, "Hey, where you from?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm from the States." He goes, "Oh, yeah, okay, well, my name is so-and-so." I don't remember his name, but he told me he was a police officer from Florida, and that he was staying, he's been in Medellin for like 3 weeks. He was going to stay for a month. So he had one more week. So we started talking. He goes, "Yeah, I'll tell you all the ins and outs and stuff. You got to learn real quick because this place is dangerous." Okay? And he started telling me about stuff that, he was telling me like stuff, making comments about brothers were coming to Medellin and getting robbed like crazy. Being jacked, being drugged and stuff. He was making brothers sound stupid, and I'm just looking at him, and he was trying to talk to me like I was a young'un, and I'm looking at him, so I'm like, yeah, all right, okay, cool. So he told me what room he was staying in and stuff. So yeah, let's get together sometime, And the whole time he was there, he was hooking up with a lot of prostitutes. He was meeting a lot of women online, and he was going downtown Medellin, picking up a lot of women. So one day, I think it was like a couple of days before he was leaving. I mean, I saw him a couple of times in the gym. I would go up and I'd be working out. He'll be in there lifting, trying to be all buff. And so he was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to stay in shape. I'm an old guy, this and that." He said, "You're kind of young, though." I was like, "Yeah, really?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're going to meet." I said, "Well, how old are you?" I think he said he was like 42, 43, right? And I said, "Oh, really?" At the time, I think I was like 57 or something, 57, 56. I think maybe 57. He looked at me. And yes, guy, he looked older than me. So he was kind of surprised, like, "What?" I said, "Yeah, I'm right around the corner from my 60s. So we was in the gym and we both working out. And almost every night he would go meet a chick. I mean, I'm telling you, this cop was meeting some bad hookers. I seen some chicks come, and they never came in. He never brought them into the hotel, but they would come up and meet in front of the hotel, and he would take them somewhere. He would took them out or just go to another hotel. So I think it was like the night before he was leaving, he calls my room. He was like, yo, come on, get dressed. I was like, yo, what's up? He goes, I'm going to take you to this spot. We can have a couple of drinks and stuff. I'm going to show you where you meet all the bad whores at. He said, I've been here long enough. I know all the spots. You can get the best looking women at good prices. Let me take you there. And I'm like, yo, man, that's okay, man. That's not me. He was like, what? He goes, yo, man, I'm going to show you the best spots. And when the ladies see you with me, you're going to be set. I'm like, yo, man, I'm not into that, man. I'm not into buying, man. I appreciate that. He goes, well, go hang out with me, have a couple of drinks. We're going to, joke around and get to know each other more. I was like, yo, I already got a date, okay? I appreciate it, man. He said, you sure, man? Come on, your date's probably not going to show up. I'm like, and I've been talking to her for a couple of months. You go on out there and have a good time, and hopefully let's stay in contact and stuff. He goes, all right, man, let me know. You got my number, or leave a message if you decide to change your mind. I said, all right, cool. So I didn't hook up with him. I did not hook up with him. All right. He was a pretty nice guy, but did I trust him like that? No. Because a couple of reasons. When I pulled up, I thought I was having problems with my driver, and that's like a long story. So I had called him because I thought my driver was trying to rip me off, and he knew just a little bit of Spanish, and ended up the driver wasn't asking too much money. He was asking like 70,000 pesos, which wasn't a lot of money to drive me to my hotel. So he was like, yeah, that's a good fair price. And so when I had pulled out all this money, he saw all my money. He was like, yo, man, you can't be pulling out money all like that, So I didn't like the idea that how his eyes popped and he saw all that money. I'm like, okay, I shouldn't have pulled all that money out like that, but we was like staying out in front of the hotel. He might try to get me to spend all my money, take me somewhere and get me to spend all my money. So I didn't trust him. Even though he said he was a police officer, he never showed me a badge. I believe he was a Florida police officer. And it still didn't matter anyways and stuff. It didn't matter. He was trying to give me all this advice. He did talk like a police officer, but he was actually scared to death of being in Florida, but he was trying to act like a tough guy. So, yes, be careful who you meet. Because again, too, I had met this white guy from New York City who was trying to hustle on me. I've made a video about that. But also, they're good people. You can meet good people because the last time when I was in Medellin last summer, I've seen brothers just nodding at a few brothers, and finally I did meet a cool brother who's still I consider a friend. We still talk. He's from New York, currently living in Florida, and we met at my hotel. We used to have breakfast together. I would see him in the morning. We started having breakfast together. Then we started hanging out. I took him downtown, Medellin. We hung out. We went to a few different places together. And he's a good friend. He stays in contact, and I stay in contact with him. And I also met some other cool brothers. I met some brothers from Florida and a couple other states and stuff, but I didn't get to hang out with them. So you can meet some good people from the Matrix, white, black, Latino. You can, but you just gotta use common sense. If the person is over friendly, don't let the person know you got a whole lot of money. Don't let the person in your room with your money all out and stuff, because you never know what the person might do. They're not like your best friend. All right? So as Ray said, be on your toes. Don't drop your guard just because you met somebody from the US, because there's some low life people that will do you in. that will do you worse than somebody from another country. You know how us Americans can do each other in. So that's all I want to say. Go to Colombia, travel, have a good time, meet other people, but use common sense. All right, guys? Thank you for joining me. Again, thank you. Thank you to all my new subscribers. My numbers are climbing. I appreciate it. And please share, continue to share my videos. Ajim as well. Take care. Peace.